So I was interested in your talk in there that you didn't take on the electric utilities more, because we watched and we helped publicize the ballot initiatives that you guys were working on, in 2018, and seeing the way they mobilized, the electric utilities mobilized to crush those, even when popular support was behind them, it was really shocking.
We did 3 50 by 30 campaigns in 3 purple states. So the purple states were Michigan, Nevada, and Arizona. Mm-hmm. They were all, let's have a law that says we have to create 50% clean energy by 2030. So that would be 12 years from last year. Yep. None of them were on plan to do that. In Michigan, with the support of the unions and the utility, they came to a deal with us. 50 by 30 by 2030, and in fact, they're ahead of schedule.
And was right, and then
they're ahead of schedule.
The governor and
it was fine. So they did the right thing. In Nevada, the public utility took no position, but actually they were behind us. They knew that in fact Nevada is one of the 2 best states to do solar in, that they can have much cheaper energy by doing solar. The utility didn't oppose us or support us, but in fact they supported us. And so we won in Nevada. The only place where we had a problem was Arizona, where they used their political power, in my mind, extremely corruptly to change the language of our initiative so that it was misleading. But in fact, I believe that we will get to 50% clean energy in Arizona by 2030. They will in fact realize, because it was mystifying to me why a public utility in the sunniest state in the United States that is 6% solar, that is the cheapest way they're going to generate energy, would be fighting tooth and nail and, in my mind, extremely corruptly, not to do the thing that's going to actually save consumers money and make them better. And I believe that they're coming to that conclusion on their own.
But it's interesting because in Nevada they were very quiet, and we didn't realize that they were kind of quietly behind you guys. It is obvious, right?
But in order to understand Nevada, and Next Gen has spent a lot of time in Nevada, and so have I.
You guys can stay on that for long to me too.
There was another proposition on the ballot that had to do with the ability to leave the system for large corporations, to say that if you're a large corporation, you can leave the system and create your own energy. They really cared about that. Our thing they tacitly supported, but they really cared about the other. And so the reason that they were somewhat cagey in terms of us was they were totally focused on the other proposition, which really went to their meat and potatoes. So in fact, we had, I felt as if those guys understood what we were trying to do. In all 3 of those instances, we felt what we were doing was good for consumers, but also good for electricity generators. That in fact, this is the best thing you can be doing. And by the way, you need to do it. So why don't we agree to do it now and put it into law? I didn't understand their reaction. I think they now realize their reaction was not only, in my mind, unethical, it was also illogical.
Well, hopefully they'll get the logic.
I believe that we will convince them. I really do. I think we will come to the solution we wanted, just not at the first date that we wanted.
We do too. All right, so a couple of rapid fire questions just for fun. These are fun. So,
okay, Monica.
Climate strike or write your congressman?
Does it have to be either or? Can't we do both?
There you go.
I would say if it's your congressperson, that's the most powerful thing you can do.
Awesome. Scooter or bike?
I ride a bike.
Awesome. Energy efficient light bulbs or turn off the lights?
Look, I believe if you had to give me a choice, I'd take energy efficient light bulbs because they work all the time.
Impossible burger or veggie burger?
Impossible burger.
Spotify or record player?
Let me say this, both, and if you actually go back and go vinyl, you'll realize how fun vinyl can be.
Plug-in electric or hybrid?
I have a plug-in electric. No, actually, I actually have a plug-in hybrid.
Ooh.
And I say this, I have a
There are not
Volt.
many of those in these other states.
I know, I have a plug-in, so basically you're running on pure electricity unless you run out. In my mind, I would like to be plug-in electric as the, distances have gone up.
Yep.
The question is, when you really ask yourself what's better, isn't it better to keep using the old car and not generate the carbon emissions by making a new car as opposed to...
As long as you can.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's why I've stuck with the Volt,
That
the
is the most
Chevy Volt.
interesting answer we've gotten on that question. So.
Well, I drive all around California, and when I originally bought the Volt, I couldn't afford it. It wasn't in a position. There weren't enough charging stations where I could really get stuck.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't really get stuck, but I don't want to buy a new car. My last car, I think I drove for I don't know, 12, 17 years.
That
Way
must
over
be
10.
why you did so well.
Yeah.
You know how to economize. Thanks so much.
Thank
We
you, Mark.
appreciate it very much.